How long can you hold on to a God-given dream? As long as it takes, right? That's the right answer. If God has given you a vision for something, then it's just a matter of time and staying faithful, and it's going to happen. But what do you do when it's taking a really long time? Years are going by, and the dream doesn't look any closer to reality than when you started. How do you hold on when life seems to be taking you farther from the dream instead of closer? The tricky part about having a vision from God for your life is that it tests your trust with time. Many people who believe they've been given a glimpse find that it takes longer than they thought, and they find their path taking them through circumstances that make the dream look farther away or even impossible. What are you supposed to think when that happens? Joseph, during his time as a slave in Egypt, lived this, and he answers the question for us. Joseph was given a dream about one day being in authority over all of his 11 brothers. Soon after, they plot to kill him, but choose to sell him as a slave instead. So he's taken away to Egypt to live as a slave. His life couldn't be headed any farther from his dream. Yet the Genesis account tells us that the Lord was with Joseph and he prospered, and the Lord gave him success in everything he did. His owner, Potiphar, put him in charge of his household and entrusted to his care everything he owned. He's in an unfavorable position to his dream, but it's obvious that God is giving him favor. But then, all of a sudden, the favor causes a situation that he doesn't want. His owner's wife is attracted to him and wants to have an affair with him. Anyone else might have given up on the dream by now and looked for a way to get away with it. But Joseph is still choosing faithfulness. What he says to her says everything about how he thinks. He says, "With me in charge, my master doesn't concern himself with anything in the house. Everything he owns, he's entrusted to my care. No one has more authority in this house than I do. My master has withheld nothing from me except you because you are his wife. How then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" He runs through all of the favor that he's been shown and asks, in light of all the favor that's come my way, how can I be unfaithful to God? Even though he can't see how this life will take him toward his dream, he doesn't take his eyes off of the obvious signs that God is still with him. That's what we need to know when things aren't shaping up. We need to see that God is still with us. So we need to pay attention and look for the signs that God's favor is on us. Small favor, big favor. The size of the favor really doesn't matter. It's just about knowing for sure that it's God. Still looking out for you, still paying attention, still making a way. When things look like they're going all wrong for the dream, start paying attention for signs of God's favor. Those obvious signs that he hasn't forgotten you. Go back and remember the places it's been obvious. That was God. That's going to help refuel your faithfulness so that you don't give up on a dream that God is planning to see through.